Hello everybody, this is Thomas from Denmark coming to you with a new video in my series on traditional wet shaving. In this video I'm going to do a shave with and a review of the Futur Future DE razor. I'm doing this video on a request because there was a fellow wet shaver and YouTuber who wanted to know a little bit more about the Future razor and also would like to see a shave demonstration with it, so of course I'm happy to do a video on it. I have used this razor in another video doing a full head shave, but this video is all about a facial shave. As you can see, I have grown a bit of a beard and well, let's see if the Future is up for the task. I'll just start to lather up and I will give you a few details on the Future as I do so. I have my big bowl from Schwarz Ceramics and that keeps the lather nice and warm. Today's lather consists of the Art of Shaving sandalwood, the shaving cream. I also put in a little bit of the Art of Shaving sandalwood shaving soap, and I added just a little tad of glycerin, making it a full Überlather. So the Future is a DE razor that is made in Germany. It's an extremely solid product. How can I say it? I mean, it's built like a German tank, really. It's heavy, it's thick, it's not hollow, it's consistent, it's yeah, you really get the feel of a very solid quality product when you hold it in your hand. Now, of course, it can be a little bit difficult to lather up like this on a full beard, but I'm just giving it a go anyway. I think I'm going to keep the beard on the chin just for fun. I like to experiment a little bit with my beard, grow it out, grow it in different shapes and whatnot. Don't like to be clean shaven all the time. So let's see. Yeah, that's probably about as good as it gets. So anyways, the Future DE razor. The length of it is, let me think, that was about 11 centimeters or 4 inches. The weight is 125 grams or about 4.4 ounces. I couldn't do a weight ratio. I like to do a weight ratio comparing the weight of the head to the weight of the handle, but this is not a three-piece razor. The handle does not come apart from the head, so it was not possible for me to do a weight ratio like that. However, I will say that the handle is a bit on the heavy side, more so than your average DE razor. But that is just from my feel of it anyways. It's a two-piece razor. The top part comes off. You can see there's something for your thumb to grip on, and you pop the top part off just like that, and these are the two pieces of the razor. I have a blade in there. I'll just take that out. Here you go, and you can clean it, and you know, this area here will require a little bit of cleaning because the lather residues and hairs and whatnot can get stuck in here. But you know, hot water, maybe if you're really particular, you can use a toothbrush or something like that. I don't do that. I just rinse it with hot water and it's good to go. So the blade will just sit in there, just like that, and you put it on the top part. Okay, So, what's special about this razor? Well, it's an adjustable razor. There aren't a whole lot of adjustable razors out there, but this is one of them. As you can see here, there's a little line here. Maybe I'll just change the zoom. There you go. There's a line and there are some numbers. The numbers range from 1 all the way up to 6. Right. So if you notice the gap here, the space there is here between the actual blade and the buffer here, you'll notice when I turn, this is also called the comb, this is a closed comb razor, the gap becomes smaller when I turn the razor down to 1, and it becomes bigger when I turn the razor up to 6. This gap will do something for the aggressiveness of the razor. The bigger the gap, the more aggressive the razor will be, because it all comes down to the shaving angle. The bigger the gap, the bigger the angle. And no, is that the smaller the angle? I'm getting a little bit confused here. But anyways, it's about the angle. And the angle will do something for your aggressiveness. So I would say, just thinking about it, the bigger the gap, the smaller the angle would be, because then the blade would go straight in and it would be aggressive. Whereas the higher the angle is, the more the blade slides down, not being so aggressive. But I could be wrong on this, so please don't take that as a fact. I haven't really thought about it until now. I just know that the bigger the gap, the more aggressive the razor is. Anyways, let's get on to the shaving. I like to have my razor at the setting of 3. So let's get started. It's a very, I mean, even though I have the setting on 3, which is medium aggressive, I don't have it all the way up to 6. The razor is just, I mean, it's a wood chopper. I mean, it just slides the beard off. I mean, as you can see, when the beard is this long, some beard will gather down here, and I will have to take the razor apart a few times during the shave to get it all cleaned out. But that being said, this type of beard is no problem for the Futur razor. It can easily shave this beard off. Just the short strokes, little chops. Look at that, just falls right off. So, what's the good thing about having an adjustable razor? And why should you get an adjustable razor? Well, let me just relather while I talk just a little bit. In my opinion, an adjustable razor really is not something that I consider to be, you know, something very special or unique or something that I need to have, because the reason I say this is that once I found the setting that I like to shave at, which is the setting number 3, I really don't change the setting at all. I mean, not even for this beard. I'll just still have the setting being on 3 because that's what I prefer. So once I discovered my preference, I'll just leave it at that. And then, look at that, all the beard clogging up in there, no problem. Take the blade out, rinse it out with water. It's good to go again. I have the setting on 3 and I don't change the setting at all. So, in my opinion, I mean, if I had to pay extra to buy an adjustable razor, it's not worth it for me. I would rather just find one razor with the aggressiveness that I like. And that is pretty much what I've done with my other razors. I don't own any other adjustable razors, and I don't really have any intention of buying any other adjustable razors. However, it might be good for a beginner to try an adjustable razor to get an idea of what aggressiveness is and what aggressiveness means for your shave. So this is not to say that an adjustable razor is a bad choice. It's just, it depends on what you want out of it, so to say. Now, like I said, this razor weighs in at 125 grams, and that is too much for me. My personal preference is a razor that weighs significantly less than this. I like a razor to weigh in about 70 or 90 grams. 125 grams is too much. I don't get the full feedback that I want. You can probably tell from the sound that I do get audio feedback, but the razor is so heavy and so sturdy that it removes any vibration from the blade down to the handle, so I don't get a whole lot of feedback in my fingers. And I really like to get feedback in my fingers. The vibration, when the blade cuts the hair, the blade vibrates. These vibrations go down through the handle into my fingertips. This is part of the feedback that I really like when I shave, and I use it to maneuver. This razor does not give a whole lot of feedback like that. So, this is not my favorite razor. However, it's not a bad razor. I mean, by no means, it's very good quality, and if you're into a little bit of a heavy razor, this would be a very good choice for you. As you can see, it can slice off even a pretty decent beard. Let me just see if I can get this beard to be what I want it to be. Yeah, I'm not used to having this kind of beard, so I'm just trying to figure out how it should look. I guess that's pretty decent. Let's go for a second pass. Actually, I don't really like to rinse off in between passes. I cannot really tell you why that is. It's just, I really don't. That was one pass with the grain. I'll lather up and I'll do another pass. With the grain also. I mean, I really don't need to go across or against the grain. I just need to look a little bit into the mirror so I can pay attention. Now here's the jawline. I like to lift it up
bend my chin to my chest and shape it like this. That way I won't have to curve around the jawline. When I lift up, I have shaped this entire jawline here without having to curve the razor over it. It's a very nice little trick for shaving, I find. Right, that's one half. Switch the razor over. Let's do the other half. It does give a very satisfying sound, this razor, however. I really like the sound of it. Alright. Just a little bit of touch up on the upper lip area. This is one place where I like to go across, and this is also one place where this razor does have a tendency to cut me. I'll go against the grain right here below the nose, and this razor can really be mean in this particular part of my shave, so I have to be really careful. Nice. Yeah. So there we go, guys. I'll just give you a close-up. This is with the grain. There's a little bit of stubble if I rub against the grain, but all in all, yeah, you can see it did cut me a little bit. Like I said, it can be. This is the part where I need to do a little bit of touch up here. Yeah. All in all, that was a shave with the Futur DE razor from Germany. Very good quality, very aggressive, very heavy, not a lot of feedback, but a very decent razor if you're into a little bit more of a heavy razor. This was Thomas from Denmark. I'm sorry guys, these videos just keeps getting longer and longer. I'm trying to make them shorter, but that's just not the way it goes, so I hope you had the patience to sit all the way through, and I hope that you enjoyed this video and benefited from it in some way. Please feel free to ask me questions or post comments. Thanks.